Odd Conduit Media.
What's it gonna be?
You are now listening to the
Hyrule Podcasters! Hey there, all you readers of the Book of Magic. Welcome to another episode of
Hyrule Podcasters!
I'm your co-host, Pat.
And I'm your co-host, Ben.
On this podcast, we play through each game in Nintendo's Zelda franchise.
Right on. We're pretty practiced gamers, but we're not experts or purists. We're just experiencing each game, start to finish, in chronological order.
You are correct about that. This is episode 5. The previous episodes show us going dungeon to dungeon to get to this point. Ben, where are we at now?
We are just about to tackle Death Mountain in the original NES, The Legend of Zelda.
This has been such a blast. Starting off with the first game is a great way to start the series. Ben, you're really good at playing this, but I'm sure that playing it under this circumstance is really exciting, right?
Yeah, really, really exciting.
Good. I'm looking forward to letting you finish off the game. I played the last 2 episodes, and I gotta say, Ben's a lot better at this game than I am. But it's, we're brothers that have been doing this for a long time.
Really, grew up playing some of the Legend of Zelda games.
Right, exactly.
And particularly watching our mom and our aunt play this game in particular. And just thought it would be a great place to start. Our plan is to play all of the games in the series, starting with release dates.
Yeah, so, we got the one I dread the most coming up next, but I can't wait to get to Link to the Past and to Link's Awakening. Shout out Nintendo for making such great games.
The only other shout out that we wanted to make sure that we did is we are using the ZeldaDungeon.net walkthrough. The idea here is I'm going to be playing and kind of narrating what I'm doing. Patrick will be there giving me assistance, if we get stuck or if we don't know the name of a bad guy or something like that. He'll kind of help fill that in, and then we'll just kind of be generally chatting about the game. Where we are right now, I am currently about to dive in and start making my way to Death Mountain.
Yeah, buddy.
So with that, go ahead, Pat.
Okay. So Spectacle Rock is located on Death Mountain. It's the location of Ganon's lair. Yeah. So Death Mountain is the mountain that Spectacle Rock is on. It also appears in a bunch of other Zeldas, which is kind of fun. Spectacle Rock is found in Lesser Hyrule in Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, which we're getting to next. In A Link to the Past, Spectacle Rock is located at the top of Death Mountain. It serves as a key to enter the Tower of Hera in the Dark World. You got to use the magic mirror to get there.
Gotcha.
I'm also pretty sure that it exists in Link's Awakening up in the Tall Mountain range as an entrance to Turtle Rock. I could be wrong about that. Also, one more little factoid. It's also called Spectacle Rock. And with that, I think that my factoids are dried up. Let's start playing.
Well, here we are. I wonder if it's called that because this kind of looks like a pair of eyeballs.
Oh yeah, it totally does.
Right?
Got a couple of rocks there. That's fun how they kind of design it around the stuff that it's named or vice versa.
And
who knows if the original Japanese was called that.
And this has the best music.
Yes, it does. Oh, I can't wait to enter the dungeon and hear it. So you bomb it, and then you hop on in. And now you're in the dungeon. Wow. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. It is nice to get a fresh soundtrack for the first time in a while.
All right, so this room, so you come into the dungeon, come to this second room. This is the one thing I know is that you can't get past this room if you don't have all 8 Triforce pieces.
Ooh, little gates.
So you can see our Triforce is complete. We have all 8 pieces. But yeah, there'd be, I forget exactly what's in this room, but yeah, so from here, I have only beaten this recently while staring at a guide. So we are, Patrick has a guide in front of him, but he is really there to, oh no.
Yeah, I mean, I have a guide in front of me, but I'm kind of engaged in the gameplay.
So I just had a like eat my magic shield.
Bummer.
That was not part of the plan.
Sometimes life comes at you fast. Sometimes like comes at you fast. All right, now we got some whiz robes that are doing a good job.
I think these guys are the hardest guys in the game. By far.
They're very tough. They just appear wherever.
The blue whiz robes.
The blue whiz
are
robes,
just
especially relentless, especially when there's like 4 of them here.
And this is one of those nice things in this game, kind of being an NES game, having things like the clock that freezes everybody is very nice.
Yeah, that's clutch. It's really helpful, just like a relief.
Especially when you got a bunch of blue whiz robes coming at you.
Oh, for sure. Now I think that you got 6 orange whiz robes in this room, and you killed the main one, and it made everybody go away.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's so convenient. And another room full of whiz robes with blocks to just make things difficult. Borders all around the place, but the items have been pretty generous so far. You've been pretty lucky to get some hearts. Stab. Good job.
I'm really hoping that this is the hard way that I went the first time.
Yes, and so the next way won't be nearly as difficult.
I stood behind some blocks hoping that blocks would protect me from the whiz robes beam, and that's not the case. They don't do that.
That is not the case. At all. You're still experimenting at the end of the game. It kind of speaks to how short the game is, I think.
Relentless here.
Yeah. They're really tough. I mean, at the time, I'm sure the game was really in-depth, especially not knowing where everything was and all this, but it's a pretty quick play. Man, you are just room after room of enemies. This is wild. I like it. Ben's now using a potion.
We've so far completed just kind of the first circle essentially,
and we restarted a bit there.
And that's all we've done so far. So we're gonna kind of hop back in and see what we got here. I'm assuming they reset this route.
Yeah, they probably did. Yeah, definitely.
So
respawning enemies are such a pain in the butt.
So when it comes, I mean, I can distinctly remember, I think, playing this and beating this for the first time. And this last dungeon here they have you do is just so much harder than every other dungeon they've had you do so far.
Yeah, they go from 4s in difficulty straight up to a 10.
Yeah.
Maybe even a 3. The first one's a 1.
Yeah.
And then maybe another 1. And then it hops up to a 4 or so.
Oh, have we? I don't think we've seen this guy before.
So these are the fiery.
No, they got an eyeball in the front.
Land molas.
Okay.
As opposed to the Moldorm.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Different enemy, very very similar characters, but these guys are supposed to be centipedes with a big eye. Whereas the other ones are more like worms, but the sprite kind of looks the same.
Yeah, and our loadout right now, so, outside of me getting eaten by a we pretty much have all the things we're supposed to have right now. I did skip one item in the last level.
Right.
And that was the magic book. And all that would have done is that would have made it such that I could have, when I shot the magic wand, I would have gotten some fire that would have emanated off the end of that.
What? You didn't upgrade the magic wand, bro?
I didn't. In the end, I just kind of decided that I was trying to beat 4 dungeons in 20 minutes, and you don't need that to beat the game.
I guess you're right. I mean, I did start the episode by referencing the magic book, But I think really that's just because this is the only game that has that item in it. So I didn't
what
have
is this
a
guy that we're
chance to
dealing with
use
right
that again. Hold on, I'll look it up.
It's like has like a little eye in the middle that has a bunch of things that float around it.
Yeah, I think this is the first time that we've seen this enemy. Its name is the Patra, like Patra,
Ooh.
clearly named after me, and Sun Ra combined. Patra. It's little winged eyeballs.
Yeah.
In the drawing, it's a little more obvious. Protected by eyes.
Oh, we got an old man. You got your old man voice.
All right. Go to the next room. So this is the first time that we're encountering a old wise man, and you gotta bomb your way out of the room to continue. Tricky.
But at least he tells you
They're
that.
getting tricky at us. Yeah, for sure. I mean, give you a little hint. They're throwing a lot of new stuff at you. We've already seen a new bad guy, and now this bomb your way out of the wise guy room.
The wise guy room?
2 hearts left. One wise guy. Whoa, go to the next room.
So yeah, so I mean, the only, the first thing we're really trying to get in here is the next ring. So we have the blue ring right now, which it halves our damage, and we really want to find the red ring because that will reduce our damage by half again. So that'll just put us in a much better position than we are.
Up that defense. Give me a D.
But like I said, you're kind of keeping track there on your end where I'm at. I am just aimlessly wandering around.
I'm kind of keeping track. I mean, honestly. Okay, here we are.
All right, Patrick, do you want to go up, left, or down?
Oh, so many choices. I can't.
Oh, I just wanted you to pick. I don't want you to look.
Oh.
Yeah, just pick.
Okay, cool. Then in that case, just go up. I thought that we were really trying to figure out exactly where to go, but if we're winging it, then we're doing it. Ooh, stone statues are back. And the Wizrobes attacking from all angles. Like legs galore. Every room is just packed in this dungeon. Stone statues are so obnoxious. Especially when there's so much stuff going on.
Especially when you have lost your magic shield.
Oh, right, the magic shield would have deflected all that stuff that they're shooting at you, but since you don't have it anymore, it's not there to protect you. Here's another wise guy. Hey, Petra, he has the map. Whoa, hey.
Okay, I can hear. I guess maybe try bombing this wall here.
What do you mean you can?
Damn.
Oh yeah.
I can hear somebody in the
sure.
audio. I can hear like one of the boss yelling. So I was hoping I could kind
you
of
can hear
get
him
to
roaring, basically.
Yeah, I can hear the roar,
which is a really cool thing that they do in this game.
Okay, well, there can't be that much more down, so let's try going down. See what we get.
Going down, baby, into the dungeon. Link sweeper, baby, ha! Ready to let it go. I'm trying to make a Nelly parody right now, instead of looking at the map.
I'm gonna use potion number 2.
Yep, do it up. Why not?
And the good news is that I'm sure at some point I'm gonna find myself back near the entrance, and we can. The one nice thing they did in this game is they gave you a potion station right outside of this level.
Isn't that sweet? Very nice.
Just like one screen over, we can go and. Oh, jeez.
So out of character. Okay, so these guys are the same, except they are blue.
When you say same, which guy were they? For those listeners.
Land Mola.
Okay.
So the centipedes are back, the Land Mola, but this time they're blue and they're like 20 times as fast, which is to be expected because the blue enemies are always a bit harder. But you just have to slice them, stab them, get them. There's 2 of them, and you can get them done. We got another Patra, and maybe this one's gonna have the map.
And there was a key, but
It was a key this time.
the pattern that the its little minions were doing was really cool.
Yeah.
It was like
so instead of just circling around it it was also like going up and down at the same time, maybe like kind of forming like a figure 8 or something, just putting it on a new kind of gyro. Now we're down into the downstairs area again with the keys. Totally lost on the map.
And you're literally looking at a filled-in map.
Yes, I'm looking at a filled-in map and I have no idea where.
Okay, so now we're in a room. There's literally.
Literally.
I just popped it out of some stairs. I only have 4 bombs.
You can do it with.
I'm not gonna bomb the. Man, I don't even know where to bomb. Let's try the bottom.
Dang, and you just wrecked so many guys.
I did kill a bunch of guys in this room, and they gave me nothing.
That's. It's just not. Oh, good job. Okay, I know where you are now. I know where you are. I found us on the map. I'll see how long I can keep this going. All right. Get him. Get him. Knock him out. Line him up. Knock him out. Oh. All right. Save your state. Save your state.
So this room just seems exceptionally difficult for what I consider to be absolutely no reason. Essentially, it is one of the U blocks in the middle.
Blocks in a U formation, right?
And there are whiz robes everywhere.
Everywhere.
And they just keep shooting me like big jerks.
Pew, 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 pew. You should get into the middle so that the guys on the side can't attack you. Otherwise, you're just going to end up... You only have like little tiny spaces to move around. But the middle in there, you have plenty of space to try to navigate. Yep, right in there.
Did they keep up with the fuzzies in later games? Like, is that something that you continually have to deal with? I forget.
Oh, for sure. The bubbles. They're in this game. I'm pretty sure they're in The Adventure of Link, although I haven't played a lot of that game.
There's like the anti-fairy in like the Link to the Past.
Sure, and I think that's the same exact thing.
And those things kind of drain.
Right, they drain your magic.
Yeah.
And they are in Link's Awakening for sure. I remember them from that. And then I know they're in Ocarina, which probably means they're in Majora's Mask as well.
Hell yeah! We found something without using a guess.
Ooh. Very, very exciting. What are those blue arrows?
Yeah, so our arrows are now, I think they are silver.
Sick. Okay, silver. Right, the silver arrow.
You got anything there in the items there on that can tell us about those things?
Yeah, for sure. They're like extra powerful. They're used to defeat Ganon in this game and in A Link to the Past. I don't think that they are in any other games after that, but they're basically just replaced with the light arrow eventually. Ooh, they almost got you. Okay, I want to know exactly which games these arrows exist in, so I'm going to do some on-the-fly research.
All right, so while he's looking that up, I'm in a room that normally this like black backgrounds, you find like an old man or something like that, but here it was just some keys.
Yep, just
trying to mess.
So it looks like you have to get the silver arrows to defeat Ganon in this game. It's not like an extra item.
Oh, that's right. We had to find those to even keep this thing going.
Yes.
So.
And it only appears in this game and A Link to the Past.
Got it.
Yep. The light arrows perform a similar role, although they function differently, that they merely stun Ganon. Oh yeah, you gotta use the Master Sword to deliver the final blow instead.
Okay.
In most of the games. One occasion in the Oracle of Season Ages where Ganon isn't fully revived, the silver arrows are the only weapon shown to completely destroy his demonic beast form.
Alright, well, we have a break of a room here with just a couple likes.
Yeah, but you're getting low on health there.
So not
yeah, dude.
Not feeling great. Walking into a dark room here. Let's see what
spooky dark room. Yikes. Okay, I got some. What are those Zols?
Okay, we're surviving here. Hopefully, this room of Zols.
Yep. Hopefully, you can take them on.
For those of you at home, Zols are the slimies.
Blobs.
The blobs.
Blabbity blah 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 blobs. They gave you some roops. Didn't give you hearts, but they didn't beat you, so that's good. You are You are in the danger zone. I say you just go for it right now. Don't fight the Wizrobes. Just keep moving. You don't need any more items in the game. Maybe some hearts, but just keep moving.
I really wanted that 5 rupees.
I know you don't. I don't know why you spend so much time fighting people. Oh, and there you go.
There you go.
Maybe you should leave and get potion.
Yeah, I think we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to get a potion, and we'll be back on the other side. See you soon.
Let's take this opportunity to see if Beetle has anything to sell us.
All right, folks, we're back.
Guess who's back? Pat and Ben. Hyrule Podcast. Got some potions. We're back to where we were.
We're back right where I died.
Uh-huh.
So we're just beating up those likes, and we're going to continue west into this room and kind of see where we go from there. So
Wait a second. Is this?
Oh, actually, we're not back yet.
Yeah,
cut
I
all
think
that.
so.
Cut.
I don't want to cut it. Hey, check out this new DS I got. It's like brand new.
Wow, that's in really good condition.
I know. I got it at a sale today. I don't know if I can give it up now that I have it. Why do I have so many Game Boys? It's outrageous.
You know, we all have our things. All right, we're coming back.
Yes, we are actually back now to where Ben died, and we're good to go. So when you take the potion in this game,
Yeah.
it fills your hearts back up, but then it leaves you, the red potion, but then it leaves you with
A blue
a
potion.
blue potion.
Right. Yeah.
So you get 2 shots, and the second shot, what, does it not fill up your life all the way?
No, it still fills up your life all the way. It just goes away.
It's kind of like the vaccine. You gotta get that 2-shot special. Dude, you are getting annihilated.
I mean,
You got...
this room has like, a million Wizrobes. It has spike traps everywhere.
Mhm.
Like, what am I supposed to do?
Well, you also got, like, hit 3 times by the Keese in the basement just now.
All right.
Which you gotta put your boomerang on for those.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I will admit the urgency of the moment. Oh my
Yeah, you kind of let it get to you.
Spike traps are
And
hitting
you
me.
got hit by the spike traps. Come on, patience. Take a breath. It's super easy for me to say over here. You're doing a great job, man. You're doing a great job. Look at
Okay.
you. Oh,
All right, so we're going down some staircases.
climbing a staircase.
So yeah, I mean, this level. I mean, so far we've seen what? I think we've seen 6
7.
movements like this around the
Oh, yeah, around the whole map.
just around the dungeon.
Yeah, it's bizarre. It's super disorienting, especially for somebody like me, who is terrible at navigating as it is. It's not an easy level.
No.
There's nothing easy about it, and it's like one room after the other of different types of enemies that are difficult in their own ways,
Right.
which is fun and a welcome challenge, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly not going to complain about all this. Like, this is what we want to play the game for, right? It's fun to be challenged like this and to...
Yeah, exactly. Old school challenge.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, we're here
we're here.
at the final boss.
Okay.
Take your potion.
Took the potion. Okay, so like, what's this? We're gonna say pause here for a second. All right, so
Yeah, let's collect ourselves.
okay, so we walked into this room.
Uh-huh.
I held the Triforce above my head,
Right up over the head, like, look what I got. You ain't got this.
and then
I do.
Ganon, in his most definitely like pig form,
Beastly.
just screamed, and now he's invisible, and we are looking at what I can only describe to be a skull layout here on the screen.
Looks exactly like a
Would
skull.
you,
Very
okay.
ominous.
So
Yeah, the skull tiles, there's stone statues in every corner.
yeah, so they're just gonna be throwing fireballs at me.
Uh-huh.
He is just gonna be kind of, I think, randomly appearing around the screen. I have to like stab him and shoot him with arrows. So,
Uh-huh.
We're gonna see how this goes. But we have full life. We were sneaky, and we save stated. Okay.
Shh. Don't tell the listeners that we save our state. Oh no, and now you're hit. Okay, there he
I
is.
got him once. I got him twice.
Got him once.
Okay.
Wow, you're doing great. You're doing
Yeah,
great.
I'm just kind of guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tried to shoot him with the arrows. That didn't work.
Appears
Hit him 3
randomly.
times.
Oh, and
Oh,
now
there
he's
we go.
brown. And now he's brown. Kaboom! Did you get him already? Is that it?
That's it.
Oh my gosh!
That's it.
And you did it!
He's that little pile of crap there on the screen. Look at that little pile of blood and
He's
guts.
a little pile. You know, if we were smart, we'd pick that up and take it with us and annihilate it.
Right.
But we just leave it there,
Just leave it.
and it causes further problems, I think.
But bam, we're gonna slice those flames out the way.
There's flames around Zelda, and now we're standing next to Zelda, like, what up?
Woohoo!
Let's get you home, safe and sound. Thanks, Link. Thanks, Link. You're the hero of Hyrule.
Oh, there she bust out her Triforce of Wisdom, right? Because we have the Triforce of Courage.
Yeah.
She has the Triforce of Wisdom.
Yeah.
Finally,
Peace
returns to Hyrule.
Hyrule.
This ends the story.
Now, read all the credits.
I feel like that's really
Wow.
that's the content we want, right? That's what people want. They want to say
Wow,
the
yeah,
designer was
people-
1010, sound composer was Kanchan, and then here you go.
Oh,
This is
and this is so cool.
This is the amazing thing. Another quest will start from here. Press the start button, and this is the thing that just like blew people's minds, right? Is the fact that you beat this game, and right away this is the very first new game plus, right? How cool is that? Like, one of the,
dude.
yeah.
It's so cool. I mean, you spent all this time beating this game, and you're rewarded with another game.
Yeah.
Really cool.
I can say I have never beaten the second quest.
Really? You've never beaten the second quest? That's surprising
Yeah.
to me.
Okay, so there we go. We died a total of 10 times. We use save states quite a bit, but that's how many times that we still decided to die. So now Gorth here, we're back to only having 3 hearts. We're holding a sword in our hands, and I think at some point we will probably do an episode, right? I think we'll probably record and do this. But
Oh, for sure.
let's just take a sneak peek. Let's just like jump in and just play the first like 5 minutes of the second quest here. All right.
Why not? We're getting it. All right, let's go.
Okay. So we're
It starts exactly the same.
yep. I got my 3 choices: left, right, or up. You know.
Is there anything in the cave?
Let's see.
Oh yeah, Hey, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this. You get the sword.
Okay. So now we have a wooden sword.
It's interesting that you don't have the sword that you have in the screen.
That is true. You'd think they could give that one to us, right? Like why? Like we already have it. We have it just like 2 screens back. Why can't they give it to us the screen forward, right?
Yeah, it's kind of a jerk move.
All right. Well, let's go see what. Let's go to the first dungeon and kind of see what's different in the first dungeon.
Man, I can't believe we finished this up already.
That sound good to you?
Yeah, oh yeah, sure. Let's do it up. I'm super into it. I thought this was gonna take longer. You know, this game only took up half the allocated space inside of the cartridge.
Is that why they made the second one?
Yeah, I think that they made the second quest because they had so much space left over. Yeah, it looks like that might be the reason.
You know, I guess the one difference is, I called this like the original New Game Plus, but yeah, I guess the difference is in New Game Plus, you get all your stuff usually.
Yeah,
Right? Like
for sure.
You get all your magic, your XP, you get all your items. All right, here we go. First
This would
level.
be super convenient, not gonna lie.
All right, this looks at least somewhat similar. The colors are a little different, I think.
So the reason that they added a second quest apparently was because they had.
Okay, we're done.
Oh man, that didn't take any time at all. So there was basically a standard of the amount of space on a cartridge you were supposed to use when you when you made a video game. And Zelda didn't meet that requirement, even though this is a huge game. And so they made the second quest so they could fill it up and, meet that standard.
Got it. All right, Patrick. Well, that's the Legend of Zelda. That's the original quest. That's kind of what set off, the entire, Zelda franchise and the And,
Yeah, man.
we're 35 years later, right?
35 years later. Ooh, I wonder if Nintendo's going to put out Zelda 35-year 3D All-Stars.
Well, I think you and I are hoping they do that because we're trying to capitalize on the Zelda 35 excitement.
Yeah, buddy.
That was one of the impetus of like, oh, it's 35 years. I wonder if they're going to do something. So plus like the game came out in 86. I was born in 86. So like there's a lot of parity there. That seems pretty exciting.
Yeah, a lot of parallels. A lot of parallelograms. What a great game.
I got to say, I was real nervous going into Death Mountain that
Yeah, you were.
we were going to... I just thought we were going to take like 2 hours because I've only ever done it with a guide, and even doing it with a guide. And I think that's the problem with the guide, right? When you're like staring at a guide and be like, okay, I'm going to go up a room, now left a room, now right a room. You're not like thinking about the map at all, right? You're really just being like, I am individually interacting with each of these like square components, but I'm not seeing it for the whole picture, right?
Yeah.
And this time it's like, well, I mean, yeah, when I did that first little bit, it was a circle, and there was obviously a room in the middle of that, and you bomb a wall, and you take some stairs, and you get somewhere else, right? You just kind of, sure, I guess I could have. My guess is if I would have made, if I would have gone down instead of going right or something like that, we probably would have found that red ring before we got to Ganon. But Ganon doesn't end up being that tough. I mean, you just stand there like stabbing. I mean, a lot of it's the journey,
stabbing
right?
into the it is. This was before. I mean, Ganon was not your typical end boss that you find in a lot of later Nintendo games, where he's way more difficult than the rest of the bosses in the game. But I think that for a lot of new players, they're like, what do I do? Because you can't see him. That first time playing Ganon and not knowing what to expect is terrifying and confusing.
Yeah, because I guess he's shooting a fireball at you, and there are 4 things shooting fireballs at you. So how are you supposed to like figure out which fireball and like,
right?
Yeah, like I guess you would, I knew like, oh, I'll just stand here and just stab, and eventually he'll run into my sword. Right, but like, why would you do that? That doesn't seem like that's not like the hero thing to do.
Yeah, you'd think that you would just like go in, sword swinging, but that like having to stab him and then shoot him with the arrow. Like, how would you guess that? One of the old guys did tell you to do that, but it's kind of cryptic. And just trying to imagine playing it in 1986 alone, kicking it by yourself, trying to finish it up. It could have been real hard. You might have to call the Nintendo Power Hotline.
I loved calling the Nintendo Power Hotline, and like we'd have to go, we'd have to ask mom and dad, mom would essentially have to admit that she also couldn't figure it out, but like, they must have budgeted like $5 a month, I think, for us to call that Nintendo Power Hotline.
Yeah. I think that, so it started in 1988.
Okay.
It ran from the first publishing of the first Nintendo Power came out, and bang, you had a hotline. And for those of you who don't know what this is, before the internet, when you were stuck in a video game, you were stuck, unless you were playing a Nintendo game. So there's this phone number on the back of Nintendo Power that you could call, and you'd say, "Hi, I'm stuck at this part of this game," and they'd go, "Okay, we're going to send you over to somebody who's an expert in that game." Send you over to, Carrie, and then Carrie picks up the phone, and she's like, "What's up? Where you at?" And you tell her, and she's like, "Okay, do you want a hint or do you want an explanation?" And they would like, you'd be like, "No spoilers, like just help, like just help me out." Like, okay, what are the 5 elements? And you'd be like, "Oh, duh, I got to use the water thing." Like, very cool way to help out, and such a cool perk, of playing Nintendo games. And I think that comes back to one of the reasons that I've stuck with Nintendo for so many years. They really like cater to Nintendo players.
Yeah, it feels that way.
They've always given you a lot of resources. I mean, the cartridge thing, it needing to be a certain size of a game for Nintendo to put it out is great. So you're not getting any of these like dumpy little quick games. Although, we see with this game, it's so intricate, even without the second quest. So So maybe the space isn't, hey, it's not the size of the cartridge that matters. Whoa, it's the motion of the ocean.
Whoa.
Hey, I got my real wise guy New York accent going this episode.
Oh man. So yes, I mean, do you have any other kind of last thoughts here on the original The Legend of Zelda?
The original Legend of Zelda. I feel like I've played this game before and been like, I want it to be more than it is because I really played the crap out of A Link to the Past, and that's so involved. There's villages, and the items that you get to use for different things, et cetera, et cetera. But coming in this time, like really understanding what the game is and how it set up the rest of the series and what they wanted the game to be, and their ideas of how Link is a link between time. That's one of the reasons they named him that, and that the Triforce had some like microchip elements to it, and that you're kind of in the future and a distant future with a technologically advanced past, and that all that is like cooked into it and is the base level of it. It's just a really exciting jumping point. And now we're going to go play the rest of the Zelda games. And with this so fresh in our memories, I'm excited to see what the other games take from this game and what they leave behind.
Yeah, I think that sets us up, really nicely to just give a quick preview. So next on our docket is to start playing The Legend of Zelda 2, Link's Adventure. Here we go. Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Yeah, so
I'm not looking forward to playing this next game.
Yeah, I'll say I have now watched that game played at like Games Done Quick, which if you haven't ever heard of that, it is it's a speed running charity event they do a couple times a year. I've seen it speed ran a whole bunch. I'm really looking forward to. I've never played it all the way through by myself. I've watched it, like I said, I've watched it beat a couple times. So I at least have an idea, right, of like kind of what to expect, and I will say. We will probably use a guide for good chunks of that because there are just, parts that are just really, really difficult. Where I know there's one spot where like you have to find this one thing on a random square, on a random field, on a random place of the map.
Not about it. Not into it. Don't have that kind of time. The last time that I played the sequel to this game was on Wii U, and I straight up had to save my state before I approached every enemy because every enemy would kill me. I got through, a quarter of the game, and then I just got really bored. I mean, clearly with us, passing the controller back and forth, it'll be a lot more fun. But I'm not going to let up. If I'm feeling like a grumptastic curmudgeon, I'm doing it. But yeah, I am, I have the worst expectations, secretly hoping that I'm going to really enjoy the game.
All right. Well, I think that's it for our, I don't know if we're going to call this a season or a series or whatever, but, this is our first stab, and,
buddy.
Just really excited, Patrick, that we get to be doing this, get to, exploring this series together. I think it's going to be a lot of fun for us. And, hopefully those of you that, take a chance with us and listen to us. Hopefully you're enjoying this all as well.
Come along for the fun time.
If you do have any comments, anything like that, be sure to shoot us an email or check us out on our social media.
Yeah, hit us up. We're open to whatever you got to say.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us for our playthrough of The Legend of Zelda, and we'll see you next week as we begin Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Oh boy, we'll see if I break.
Media.